everyone, I am Wendy, and today I'm going to talk about the amazing 3I Atlas. So in case you didn't know, it has, this comet, this interstellar object has had many rainbow effects. It came in as a deep red comet. It turned green, then it kind of turned blue a little, and now as it gets closer to Earth, it is turning yellow. And so this is like a rainbow. It's a rainbow. Anyway, so what does this mean? A lot of people have their suspicions about this comet. You know, like, I don't know, I don't watch it. I don't watch what other people say or think. Spiritually speaking, I just kind of get my own impressions. And to me, God is definitely making a sign, using it as a signal for humanity, all right? And trying to get our attention. We are on the cusp, on the precipice of the beginning of the season of oil, which is also can be looked at as the golden era. We're entering the golden era, the age of Aquarius. Lots of amazing things, right, are going on right now. I had a vision today that I want to share. And it's very important because the Spirit is moving, all right? The Spirit is moving. And in this vision, and you know, a lot of people think of the rapture, okay? I was on a very busy interstate, a very big interstate. There are several lanes. And all the vehicles on this interstate were white moving trucks. Okay? And anyway, what I saw was up ahead on my right, there was one moving truck that was pulled off to the side. And I mean, this highway was bumper to bumper white moving trucks, okay? Nothing but white moving trucks. As is almost like an exodus of all the holy vessels trying to get off planet Earth, right? Before, like a rapture, okay? Anyway, but not a rapture. So, like a rapture, but not a rapture. Anyway, and so I saw this vehicle up ahead, and it had pulled off to the side, and then I saw another vehicle, a truck, with kind of like hazard lights, you know, blinking. It had that same rhythm to it, that blink. And except for they weren't red like hazard lights. The lights were bright yellow. And they were circular, and they were set above the, like moving trucks. They have those reflector lights and stuff. It was kind of like that, except for they were like on antennas above the truck. Okay, so it was weird. The light was actually probably 12 inches above the truck, and anyway, it got off the interstate, and I knew intuitively that it was getting off to help that other vehicle. And we need to remember this, you know, that there are a lot of people who are scared. They don't know what to expect, right? Things are getting weird. You know, we've got this interstellar object that can't make up its mind what color it wants to be. So lots of weird things. Anyway, and You hear about flying saucers, how they're all kinds of different colors and stuff, and oh, here we go. We got this comet doesn't know what color it wants to be. Anyway, so you're going to have a lot of people say different things and possibly even be judgmental towards others. And what they don't understand is when you are judgmental towards others with the intent of causing them harm, what you are doing, the Bible says, judge not lest ye be judged. For what measure you judge, it will be measured to you, right? So if you judge with the intent of helping them ascend, then it's going to have a different effect than it's going to be more positive than if you just are judgmental. Because to teach, you have to be judgmental a little bit, You have to tell someone right from wrong. You hope they choose right, but and you can tell them, hey, if you don't do such and such, then bad things could happen. People should be aware, but you don't hope it upon them, right? You don't wish it upon them. And anyway, so we definitely need to keep an eye out for our fellow brothers and sisters who maybe let's just say they kind of like have stalled. All right, they stalled on the side of the highway. They want to get to a certain place, but they've stalled. All right. Now, so we do need to help people. Sometimes it does require judgment. Now, let me explain something. In the Bible, a lot of people have a bad attitude about judgment. And, but God spoke of Abraham and said, when they were talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, and he asked the other companions with him if he should tell Abraham about what they planned on doing to Sodom and Gomorrah. And he decided that he would go ahead and tell him because they knew that he was a righteous judge and he would correct people. So if a judge is doing something, even if it's harsh, for the sake of just correcting and, then that's good. But it's like, what is the intent of your heart? You have to have a pure heart, okay? Everything you do, you should aspire to have a pure heart, even if you are correcting someone, especially if you're correcting them. And sometimes when we receive correction, we don't feel too good about it, and we don't have a pure heart. But we, as individuals, if we're wanting to ascend, become better versions of ourselves, then sometimes it takes an outside perspective. It takes an outsider to show us where we're making mistakes, and we should be at least willing to have an open ear to hear what that person has to say. All right? And that was what that vision was about. I do want to say that I did have kind of like confirmation about the wealth transfer. People have been talking about this for a while, about, the wealth transfer, it's going to come. And this is true. It may not come in the form that you expected, and then it might come. It might not necessarily be wealth in the form of monetary, but it could be knowledge, it could be health, it could be many things. And but there is right now a wealth transfer happening, and even peace of mind, is priceless, right? To have peace of mind. So there is a wealth transfer going on. You just have to be receptive of it. And this 3-eye atlas, and I heard someone say this, and I'm borrowing it from someone else. Where he got it, I don't know, but 3-eye, right? Your third eye. I have known for a long time that the 3-eye atlas was a sign in the skies, but it is an opening of the third eye. You know, just opening it up just a little bit brighter. And this is your ability to see beyond what your eyes can see, okay? With your spiritual gifts. And I know in recent years, many people have had an increase in their spiritual gifts, whether it is dream interpretation or prophecy, you know, just receiving downloads, words from God. Lots of people have been receiving these spiritual gifts, and that is kind of like the opening of the third eye. It's a manifestation of that. And so the 3-eye atlas opens us up to even greater spiritual gifts, and so it's really a time to continue to work on yourself and make yourself a better person, knowing that by being the better version of yourself, blessings are going to be, you're going to attract blessings. So when I first woke up this morning and I shared with somebody about the 3-eye atlas turning golden, right? I was given a confirmation, an ad popped up. It was a new ad. I had never seen it before on YouTube. And it said, it was, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it was a perfume or cologne called Rabanne, okay? Rabanne, possibly. Rabanne, Rabanne, okay? Now, I have been seeing that name for about a week now, but this was the first ad that had gold all over it. And it even had a gold bar with 1 million on it. And above that was the zodiac sign of Leo, and it also had something that looks like a coma with a tail. It looks something like a comet was in this ad. Now, the whether intentional or not, the comet can currently be seen, 3-eye atlas can currently be seen in the sign of Leo and Virgo, okay? So it was amazing. And this was a golden comet with sparkles coming from it in that ad. And see, the 3-eye atlas turning golden, that's a new development. So for this ad to pop up, after I had already told someone that, you know, it's the golden age, I mean, it was like that. I saw it, right? It really made me happy because it was like God was confirming me. So, yes, God is, we are entering the golden age. The age of Aquarius, we've been working, this has been happening in steps for a while now, but it's getting here. It's getting here. And I wondered what the name Rabanne or Rabanne or whatever, what it meant. And so I looked it up. And something said like ravens or something. Had a Baltic interpretation for ravens or something like that. Well, anyway, I decided to use one of my secret techniques for finding God's hidden meanings in names, and I broke it into what I thought were Hebrew words. So R-A-B is Rab, right? And that is short for rabbi. Rabbi is a spiritual teacher, a great spiritual teacher. So it means my great spiritual teacher. So when you call someone a rabbi, you're calling them your great spiritual teacher. To call someone just a Rab, that is just a spiritual teacher. The A-N-N-E, on, can be interpreted as favored. So it is a favored teacher, okay? The favored teacher. And it's golden. It's golden. Well, you know, the New Jerusalem, everyone is expecting to see the New Jerusalem, right? And it comes from God the Father, from the heavens to earth. And it's supposed to be golden, right? Anyway, a lot of people don't know that the New Jerusalem means teachings of peace. So, and everyone is expecting this. So it's the new teachings of peace. The New Jerusalem means new teachings of peace, and it's supposed to come from the heavens. So, this is definitely a sign in the heavens for those who are willing to learn and to listen and keep their eyes open and to wait on God, and not just wait, no, to move. Those were moving trucks in my vision. Okay, so you know, you gotta, when God tells you to move, and I don't necessarily mean pack up your things and move. It could be something as simple as you know, taking action on anything. Making this video was me moving, right? So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share all of that with you guys, and pretty exciting times, isn't it? Everyone was waiting for something, a sign in the sky. Where's Jesus? Where's the rapture? What's going on? Well, how about that sign? That the synchronicities. Sometimes God will give you confirmation through synchronicities. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. The comet can be seen from 2 o'clock to about 5 o'clock a.m. In the eastern sky in the sign of Leo. All right. So it's going to be its closest on the 19th. So get out your binoculars or your telescope and have fun. All right. Bye-bye.